Nope, 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 nope.
Oh.
It's on!
Should have recreated that.
Yeah, every time we think that. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Friday, February 11th. Nope, welcome to the Wednesday, February 11th edition of Disney Parks Talk Live as we tell you what's going on in the world of Disney theme parks and otherwise. It's been a very fun week for all of us here as we've all been able to actually go to theme parks this week, which isn't always the case. My name is Jimmy Mosley, co-partner here at Laughing Place. Over there is my wife, Rebecca.
Hey.
Below her is our Southern California theme park reporter, Mr. Michael W. Celestino. And next to him is our East Coast correspondent, Jeremiah. I am always good. How you doing, Jeremiah?
I'm good. Thank you, Doobie.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm happy, frankly, because I got my Bath and Body Works in hand. Y'all out there got to wait, but I got my
minute and a half in. Minute and a half.
Thank you, Bath and Body Works, for sending this along. I got my Rapunzel body cream, my Life's a Fairy Tale mist. I've got tons more at home. I'm so excited. This stuff is good. So, I'll be writing about it.
It's available to the Bath and Body Works subscriber people on the 12th, and then the general public online and in stores the following day.
But it's available to your favorite Bath and Body influencer today. All right, let's get started. What's going on?
You're not an influencer.
Also, can you please put works in there? Just Bath and Body is weird.
Good point. I am, because this morning, as soon as I brought this out, Nikki B was watching the morning show and went over to Bath and Body Works. And while we were continued, she realized it's not even for sale yet. So she just bought 5 other things. So yeah, I am most definitely an influencer, and I'm sure she'll be back tomorrow to actually buy this stuff too.
Okay, maybe in action, but not in title.
All right, let us get started. Where do we start? Jeremiah, we've got some act here. Wait, don't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do anything. Actual breaking news, Jeremiah, what you got?
Frozen Ever After reopened today for a soft opening. It's been so long since I've been able to say soft opening. In my head, it just doesn't fit. But yes, this afternoon, Frozen Ever After, which was supposed to reopen tomorrow for the first time, opened randomly, and we got a chance to see the characters with the new animatronic faces. So I had a chance to see them in Hong Kong. So I kind of went, oh, it's the same thing. They look a little bit better here to me. I know Kyle has said that it looked better over there, but these characters went from the projections to the faces. I was lucky enough to be the second boat.
Wow.
On it, yes. And they look really good.
Really pretty, yeah. No, they look gorgeous.
You look beautiful. It's also a very good video, Jeremiah.
Nicely done.
Nice job.
The full POV is available right here on this same YouTube channel, so check it out.
Also have a side-by-side for those of you who want to compare before and after, so that's pretty cool.
And a side-by-side of Hong Kong, too. We have side-by-sides of everything.
Yeah. Taking a page from ESPN, many altcasts available. So many different multi-angle of the same thing.
So you saw a soft opening today. I think tomorrow is the official opening. Is that
yes, correct? Tomorrow at 8:30 or 9 when the park opens, and I don't have to be there that early.
You must have been so happy to be at Epcot and realize you don't have to go.
It was one of those things of like, I had people like, okay, we're rope dropping, we'll get there, and then when I heard about it, I'm like, "Yeah, that's so nice." The lines were moving because there were no lightning lane,
Hmm.
so even though they had a posted 40, it was like 15, 20.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of siblings that look extremely lifelike, we have a new CEO coming to the Walt
Bob.
Disney Company. Bob. Bob is giving way to his 20-year separated twin, Josh
You
Tomorrow.
don't understand how that works, do you, Doobie?
Let me start this story over because I love my segue, but this requires some degree of seriousness. So, since we last talked to you, Disney has finally appointed a new CEO, and it's one that's near and dear to all of us Disney park fans. Josh D'Amaro, the current head of Disney Experiences, is now the heir apparent to the head of the Walt Disney Company starting March 18th, when Bob Iger will step down from his CEO post. Josh D'Amaro will take over as CEO, and Dana Walden, the other executive who was vying for that position, will also be promoted to Chief Creative Officer of the company and President. So Disney will have a clear 1 and 2, which they haven't had since Bob Iger was Michael Eisner's president back in the day, and they've historically operated very well that way. Michael Eisner and Frank Wells, Walton Roy. So this could be great for this company.
Rebecca. Oh wait,
I
that's
mean,
just a laughing face.
yeah, but you're not wrong. So let's start with you, Mike Celestino. How do you feel? Are you excited about this?
It does feel closer to home a little bit. I think probably most of the laughing place people feel that way because I kind of got to know Josh D'Amaro a little bit when he was president of Disneyland 2018 to 2019, I think. And I was in the parks regularly as I am now, and he would see me there and he would say hi and he knew my name. I doubt he does now. I doubt he'd remember me, but it's kind of cool that he did back then. And he's a super nice guy. Every time I've seen a fan interaction with him, he's been really, really kind. He seems to know his stuff, obviously, and is passionate about the company. I think it's nothing. I've seen nothing but positive response, I think, by and large, for the promotion of Josh D'Amaro to CEO. So I think it's a good choice, at least from the persona side. I don't know about the business side because I'm not a business guy, but I think I have hope for the future. That's what I have to say.
I think we all have high hopes for the future. Jeremiah, I know you, through all of your stuff, have had even probably more opportunity to talk to Josh. So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm very happy for this, but at the same time, I'm sad. I've had those moments where Josh and I just hang out for like a half hour and talk. Oh wait, that's Benji. No, I've actually gotten to know Josh pretty well, but just like Mike, he knows a lot of people, so he wouldn't know my name off the top of his head. One of my favorite interactions with him was at the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy. He instructed the head of media at the time to just go grab a couple of us, normal media people to go on a ride with him. So they grabbed us and we walked over. And as we're waiting to go on, he is at the bar drinking his beer before going on the ride. I'm like, this is a real guy right here. He is enjoying his lager. And then we all went on, and I did not give him COVID.
That was that era.
Yeah.
Rebecca, have you even met Josh D'Amaro, Rebecca?
I took a picture of Josh D'Amaro at our booth. That is, I believe, my level of interaction with him. But all the stories that come from my peers are quite positive. And I think one of the things that to me was very telling was that, shortly after this announcement came down, he took the time to get together with some of the fan sites, and knowing that we had all gotten used to, seeing him around and having the chance to interact with him and feel like, our the voice was directly heard. He kind of offered a reassurance that, you know, I'm not just going to disappear on all of y'all. You know, we've developed a rapport, we've developed a relationship, you know, do not fear, you know. And I thought that was really thoughtful, because he could, by all rights, you know, just disappear, because we all know the workload is going to be tremendously larger for him now. And so if he had, I don't think anybody would have begrudged him. They would have been disappointed. Sure. But I think they kind of anticipated it. So the fact that he, in essence, took a moment to say, no, you know, we're good, I thought was cool. And I appreciated that.
That was very nice. This is the extent of my interactions with Josh. He came by or I shouldn't say he came by, we dragged him over to our booth as he walked by at the last D23 fan
but he
event.
But he signed the banner too. It was very thoughtful.
Came over, he knew who we were, and he very happily signed the banner and took a picture with myself and my son. And
oh well, never mind. I thought I took this picture, so I don't know that I have actually any interaction with him. I just so there you go.
I took this one. Yeah.
No, it's a selfie. Yeah.
Really great guy.
You probably did take that picture, Rebecca, but Doobie had his hand on your shoulder,
right?
While you were doing
yeah, that's what was going on. So what has me excited is just, you know, there's no one that I know is negative about this move. No one in the Disney fan community. No one. Some people in Hollywood, you know, who are more media focused, wonder about it, but no one is like, this is just the wrong move. And so that's exciting. And my only trepidation is all this positivity, all this hope, all this excitement. A shoe has to drop. I mean, the disappointment is coming. No, I know he may do a fantastic job, but something is going to go wrong. And then all of a sudden, you know, no one can have, some of those hopes are contradictory. So no one's going to be totally sad. You can't.
Yeah.
There's so much hope. No one, Bob Chapek did not walk in with everybody going, yes, this is the man. He's going to fix all our problems. Whereas I feel like a lot of people feel that way about Josh. And so anyway, yes, Jeremiah.
I think I said this last time. The one thing Josh could do to win over every single Disney Parks fan, just go, I'm going to change Lightning Lane to Fast Pass. We're not going to change the structure, the pay, anything. We're just changing the name back. And I feel like there would be this cheer around the world just because that is the basis of, I mean, that's kind of what really turned people against Chapek was Lightning Lane. So just change the name. That's all you got to do, Josh. Please just change the name.
All right. Well, I hope Josh, I know Josh is out there watching. So, you know, if you want some free advice, Josh, just listen to Jeremiah.
Yeah, don't listen to Jeremiah.
Okay.
I'm getting positive and negative.
This is a whole debate. If you wanted to have first take, we could throw that out there, then we can all debate that, because I have a very different point of view. But go ahead to the next story, Doobie.
What he needs to do is get rid of park reservations, and then everyone.
Yes.
I have a very different point of view on that one too, but we can go.
Everyone will enjoy. No one
would
counterpoint
later
to see
tonight.
Reservations go away. No one would be unhappy to see reservations go away. Not a single person.
Except for your wife,
who doesn't count beans, which I understand. Counting beans is very important. Without
wait,
bean
you count beans, Rebecca?
All right, but one group that absolutely loves Josh Tomorrow are the cast. And speaking of the cast, they came out to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Disney California Adventure last Sunday, February 8th, and they took a big picture over in. What's this called? The Entrance Plaza?
Street?
Entrance Plaza, yes, they did. And Sunshine Plaza, that's what it's called. Sorry, my bad.
Buena Vista Street?
Buena Vista Street. And this very lining of cast members, we were there, all three of us were there. The three people that don't cover Southern California on a regular basis were actually there that day. You didn't end up there that day, right, Mike?
No, he was there.
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, you were there too?
Yeah.
I was there Thursday and Sunday.
We were all there.
Well, I missed you. We were all there on Sunday, so we all got to check out the festivities for DCA's 25th, which were not numerous, but they were not bad. What exactly did they do, Rebecca?
As we entered, we were given a commemorative map that had imagery from the first, from opening day, and then the current views. It also there was a very limited number of like birthday buttons that had the DCA 25th. Like it was like a little sticker. It was very sweet.
Yeah, they weren't like weren't the birthday buttons they've given like at Disneyland for the 70th. This was
it was just that like little text written on the button. It was very sweet, and I especially like the way that they incorporated the opening day logos within the map design. So nice commemorative item. There were a few t-shirts, hats with the logo. We've shown it to you before. It was kind of an Art Deco style. The popcorn bucket was wildly popular. In fact, the next day it was not even available at the place where you could mobile order it the day before. So yeah. And I picked one up, so we have it on Barely Necessities. So if you pop over to yesterday's Barely Necessities, you can see the Pixar Pal Around popcorn bucket on display.
It's very cool. It was fun walking into the park and having cast members line the street. That was definitely the highlight for me. I was wearing my dinosaur Jack hat, which is this big giant pink hat with the dinosaur on it. And most of the cast members were too young to recognize it, but those that weren't really appreciated it. So that was a ton of fun. They had some special medallions. They had a photo booth. They had a message on the Carthay Circle theater marquee. And I believe that is all they did for the event. I didn't expect anything huge. The one disappointment, I honestly thought they would do a special park opening announcement for it, and they didn't. And that was probably the most disappointing thing to me. But it was still fun to be there on the birthday. We got to do some of the opening day attractions. There's only maybe 3 opening day attractions that are completely unchanged. Oh, because Jeremiah doesn't count Grizzly. I'm counting Grizzly, so fine.
Grizzly had a complete retheme.
Yeah, okay, fine. All right, there are only 2 opening day attractions that are completely unchanged, and we did both of those, which were Golden Zephyr and Jumpin' Jellyfish. And Golden Zephyr, by the way, tons of fun, underrated attraction. And we also did, so when Soarin' Over California, when it becomes Soarin' Over California again, then do you consider it unchanged?
No, because the entire building and the setup for it all changed.
We also did Soarin' Over California, which was
we did Incredicoaster, which is totally different.
And, Gideon did Superstar Limo in its current incarnation. I think that was his rough.
Did he put on a VR helmet?
He might have. I'm not sure. So that was fun. And then the very next day, or that evening, we watched the Super Bowl, of course. Congratulations to the Seahawks. And then the very next day, we went over to see the Seahawks celebration and something called a handoff, which I am going to now hand it off to my wife.
Oh, no, it was super awesome. At the end of the Super Bowl, because the Disney company ESPN is going to have next year's Super Bowl, they had this whole I want to call it a celebration. They call it the handoff, and they had this beautiful video where they're cruising down the Pacific Coast Highway. They make their way over the Golden Gate Bridge, past Big Sur, past Malibu, the Disney Studios, and that's when, as a Disney fan, I got excited because here I am watching ESPN. It's the end of the Super Bowl. We're looking forward to the next one, and there's the Disney Studios water tower. And out to SoFi Stadium, which is actually where the Super Bowl is going to be. So not only will ESPN have the Super Bowl next year, but that Super Bowl is about 30 miles northwest of Disneyland. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Clearly, the entire Disney company is at the ready for the event. It's already a kind of a global event, the Super Bowl, but you add in that Disney magic, and I am extremely excited. So the ceremonies kind of continued with ESPN setting up shop right on Town Square. And you had their morning shows where they were doing the post-game analysis right there on Main Street. We had First Take, their new show Super Bowl Live, which is like a version of NFL Live, was there. Doobie, I mean, talk about seeing these guys in person. It was fun. I think one of the things that we were both surprised about is just sometimes when you see a debate show, you're only seeing them in debate mode. And so when they're off camera, they're so charming. All of them. Cam Newton was charming. Ryan Clark was charming.
Wow.
Awesome. No, they were.
They were very charming. I also love the fact that they were having a big debate about quarterbacks and the cameras went off and the debate continued. Whereas I completely thought these debates were restricted to the show. That, you know, once the camera stopped, they're sick of arguing this stuff. But nope, they just kept going. It was pretty awesome. So here we have Stephen A. Smith, Shay Cornett, the host of First Take, Cam Newton, one of the all-time great quarterbacks, who is
he is a very
so big.
Yeah, he's a very big guy.
Ryan Clark in his mouse ears over here, like Shay, which is just adorable. They brought a bunch of mouse ears. So, I mean, we were here for all this. We got to see behind the scenes. They brought a bunch of mouse ears over. Ryan and Shay actually put them on and did the next segment in them, which was great. And then Dan Orlovsky over here, who still owes me a selfie. So it was just a ton of fun to see this. And Ryan Clark especially really seemed to be enjoying the moment.
He was enjoying some popcorn at one point, turned around and was chatting with the crowd. We've been to the Disney parks a lot of day after the Super Bowl, because that's when the athletes who have said, you know, I'm going to Disneyland or I'm going to Disney World. Oftentimes it's the day after. And so we'd be there to cover the parade. But having this additional dynamic of ESPN's kind of kickoff to the road, we're familiar with that as Disney fans, right? When Disneyland's birthday comes around, it starts so many months before. That's kind of what we have here. The Super Bowl is a year away, and ESPN is already kind of, you know, gearing up. And it was fun to just encounter fellow fans all throughout the day. You could hear people calling their family and be like, turn on ESPN, I'm in the background. Or they'd open up the app to see themselves in the background of the shot or whatnot. So it gave a nice vibe, a good energy. And as Nikki B points out, the 12th man fan of the Seahawks was there in force. So much blue and green throughout the park.
And they got to see their MVP Kenneth Walker III and their quarterback Sam Darnold parade down Main Street as is tradition while confetti fell. And
after the parade, of course. After the parade, when Walker jumped on the NFL Live set, he was wearing a first visit button.
Oh, that's so cute.
I thought that was really cute.
So as big sports fans and big Disney fans, Monday was just a fantastic day. It made us long for ESPN The Weekend, which used to be an annual occurrence at Walt Disney World. This was just a little bit of that. And
it meant lots of little Disneyland anecdotes on various ESPN podcasts the days after. So like Scott Van Pelt and Stanford Steve talking about their day at Disney. I know Mina Kimes during NFL Live, I think, said she was excited to go find her family so that she could enjoy the rest of the time. So I'm curious to see if, you know, some of those stories pop up on her various podcasts as well. So I always get a kick out of what they get right, what they get wrong as they talk Disney. These people who are so knowledgeable in the world of sports. It's awesome.
And while we were walking around, we noticed this Celebrate Soulfully exhibits around the park. Mike, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, this I think we got the news about this on Sunday while we were all there, so we all kind of collaborated to go around the parks and find all these tributes. They're spread throughout both Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, and I think there's one in downtown Disney as well. But yeah, it's a lot of people who contributed to both Disney and American history. It's not only Disney related folks, but it's cool to see, and they're mostly well done. I think there was one that was not finished yet when we saw it in New Orleans Square, the Ron Husband. But I did really like what they see. It's not something that felt thrown together. It was well thought through.
The one that particularly caught our eye is found in California Adventure, the Hollywood zone. Well, in addition to Martha, who is a Disney legend, but over at California Adventure is Imagineer. Oh, I just blanked on his name. Lanny, and
the guy who created the movie Walkway and the lights.
Yeah. So, and they actually have those tiles on display.
Laddie Smoot.
So, pardon me.
Laddie Smoot.
Thank you. And they actually, you could see some of the tiles on display over there at Hollywood. So if you are at the Disneyland Resort during Black History Month, wander around, check out the window displays.
Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, you mentioned Martha Blanding, Landy Smoot, of course, Ron Husband, animator, Scott Joplin.
Yes,
Floyd
I
Norman.
think Floyd Norman was in there.
And several others. So yeah, go check that out. We've got a guide to all of them on Laughing Place, and you can tell you exactly where you can go find them and pictures if you can't get there. Very nice job, Mike, celebrating Black History Month. Also in DCA, Avengers Campus had a monumental event. Did you hear about that, Mike?
Oh, this is cast members signing one of the beams that will go into the expansion of Avengers Campus that's currently being constructed right now.
I love this tradition.
It is a pretty cool tradition. I like that a lot. And then Mike, Star Wars Mike, because he does not only do Disneyland, found something pretty cool at Falcon.
Or actually, not cool.
So I will give credit to my wife who noticed this before I did. So she is far more observant than I. But yeah, if you're familiar with the queue to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Disneyland, it had these porgs nests in the Millennium Falcon, and now at least one of them, if not more, have been removed. So they are converting it to a different era of the Millennium Falcon before the porgs would have boarded the ship in The Last Jedi. So I thought that was an indication that things are moving along toward the timeline expansion, which is coming up at the end of February. At the end of April.
Is it possible it's also an indication that just a bantha got loose in the Falcon?
Yeah, bantha ate the porg's nest.
That's a really big Falcon.
Did you get to see the Mando and Grogu Super Bowl commercial?
I did, yes.
What were your thoughts on that?
I thought it was funny. I should have known that everyone would be angry about it, but I didn't think about it in the moment because, I think Benji texted me because we were in the park when it came out, when it dropped, and we just watched it there. Actually, I think we were going around collecting those Black History Month tribute windows, and I was just like, oh, Sam Elliott doing the voiceover. And it's like the Budweiser commercial with the Clydesdales. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Look, the way I feel about it is like, there's no way I'm not going to see this movie. So it doesn't matter what they do. And I guess my assumption is they just want to raise awareness that it exists, and that's why they bought the Super Bowl ad, and they thought it would be funny. Somebody, I don't know, Jon Favreau or somebody thought it would be funny to do a parody of a Budweiser commercial, famous Budweiser commercial. I know that there are Star Wars fans who are upset about it. I can't fathom being upset about something like this. But yeah, people wanted there to be more footage from the actual movie.
I love this.
No matter what.
I love this so much that I hope that this is all they do until the movie comes out. I hope we do not get one additional second of movie footage before the movie comes out. Because I just think it's so much in this age of spoilers and insiders and leaks and all of that. The notion that we don't have a trailer to analyze second by second and just go in totally blind is so exciting. So I don't know. I'm the outlier, apparently.
There was a trailer back in the fall. It didn't reveal too much about the plot.
That's it. No more.
Grogu is going to start to appear in all classic Disney films, taking over the trailer.
Like, just keep doing this. Parody other trailers, but with Mando and Grogu. I'm good. because Grogu is adorable. It
Like-
served its purpose in that way. Friends of mine were like, "Oh, he's so." Oh, it was Becca. Becca was just like from the moment he appeared with the little reins and did the little flip of the wrist on the. Oh, she was like, "Oh, Grogu." So I'm like, it did its thing.
One more thing from the Disneyland Resort, and this is you, Jeremiah, because you heard that I believe Luminaria is returning next Christmas to DCA. Is that what you said?
That is a mouthful that you said, not me. So I went out because I was there for opening day of DCA 25 years ago, 25 and a few days now. D23 held an event on Saturday, and the event was the people who helped design DCA. Barry Braverman was there along with Imagineers talking about pre-opening and the efforts that went into that. And then they changed to a different panel that was more about what's happened since it opened. One of the people on the panel was Steve Davison, who is the entertainment guru for Disney. He talked about Luminaria, and those of you who don't know, go watch the video. He did talk about the ideas and how great the concept was, but then how it just turned into a smoke machine. But one of his, I don't want to say throwaway comments was, Luminaria could be returning in the future. And it was kind of like just a quick comment, but I picked up on it because I remember the mistake on the lake. And then they also talked about how it wasn't the mistake wasn't the show. The music's beautiful. It was the smoke. There was also a hint that a new World of Color show is coming soon. So you put the two together. One of the things that he talked about was the lack of fountains that they had the use of for Luminaria. And as it turns out, there's some really good fountains in the lagoon right now from World of Colors. So put one and two together, and Luminaria returns. You got to go create your own little Christmas cards. They got to put them up. I didn't know that there were actually cards that for people asking if they would marry somebody. And he talked about that and how he put those on all of the screens at one time so they could see that. And people said, well, why it's not Christmas? He said, it's a great way to connect with the fans. So let's see what happens in the future.
Wish I had thought of that. So, cool. Let's get back to Disney World, where great news. Once again this year, Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon will be open at the exact same time, starting, I believe, March 26th and running through the rest of the summer. So that's pretty cool. Have you been out to see the new Blizzard Beach sign, Jeremiah?
I have not seen it since I took the pictures of it. I haven't gone that way. That'll be something I'll do in the next few days to get us pictures.
That's cool. Yeah,
since we're the only site that covered that.
Interested to see what that looks like. Flower and Garden is coming up. We got a peek at some of the merchandise coming for that. Just a quick peek, but
Spike and Orangeburg are heavily featured.
And so Kyle, of course, hates Orangeburg with a passion, so he was not excited about that whatsoever. Let's see what else is going on. Disney World has some savings. I won't go into all of it, but I will tell you that it is discount time for your stays at Disney World right now. So as always,
for summer,
for summer, it's a construction summer. Go to Mouse Fan Travel. Let them know Laughing Place sent you. They are our recommended travel partner. They know Disney travel as well as anybody in the world, and they will take care of you. Make sure you choose the right discounts because the sale you see is not always the best one for your situation. Also, make sure you get notified and updated if prices go down without you having to monitor yourself. So mousefantravel.com. Tell them Laughing Place sent you. Recommend them without hesitation. We use them ourselves.
We do. And they're a great way to book your Disney cruises.
Absolutely.
Especially with those. I was just going to segue for you. Sorry.
That was a great segue, but I'm not quite ready to leave Disney World because have you been following this Joe Rohde stuff?
Oh, yes. I was the one who put the first one in. It was the day Dinosaur was closing, and he posted kind of just Dinosaur's closing, and here's a little bit of the background. And then he proceeded to give us stories that we've never heard about the opening of Dinoland, the construction, all the way up to his last entry, which was saying how he is praising the team that is working on the Central Americas. And for 15 years, he was trying to gut Dinoland to put Central Americas in there. So, these plans aren't his plans, but he did nothing but praise the team. And Joe Rohde isn't on the Disney payroll anymore. The things he says were all his own story. Some of the stuff was stuff I'm sure Disney wouldn't want to be shared, but it's not like he's praising the team to get any bonus points with them. He is saying the stuff he knows, it's going to be positive. And that's, everybody always goes, well, Joe's park. Joe knows what's happening. Joe's behind it 100%. I don't think he was standing in front of the map at any time, but that's good Photoshop.
That is so cool that Joe. This is good social media. Joe Rohde out there watching this happen and just starts chiming in, giving his thoughts on Animal Kingdom history and travel. That's just so cool. So cool.
Yeah,
thank you,
and
Joe,
some of it's
much.
really, really deep dives. He talks about how there was lack of funding, so some of the stuff they did was as cheap as they could get. So go back, read it. Starting the day Dinosaur closed, went for multiple days. You'll see the photos and read some great history.
And finally, from Disney World, Valentine's Day is coming up. Don't forget that, Mike, on Saturday. And so we got to look at some of the merchandise that's available out there and some of the foodies. Pink food, which is always the best food. That looks fantastic.
Nope.
That
Marshmallow toppings on that beignet? No, thank you.
That looks fantastic. Goodness me, or Pop-Tart there. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And don't forget. Did you have any foods, Rebecca, on your trip that really struck you?
I am a huge fan of this Joffrey's dark chocolate cold. I'm assuming it's Joffrey's. It is a cold brew dark chocolate coffee that's available both at Disneyland at Red Rose Tavern and Disney World in Tomorrowland. I think it was Tomorrowland. Anti-Gravities, maybe. That has a cherry foam, cool foam on top. And it isn't that cherry that's like cough syrup cherry. It's a little bit like the black cherry, like a little deeper, got a little bit of a tart to it. It's so good. It's like having a chocolate covered cherry as a coffee beverage. And I am in love. I got it twice during our recent trip, and I got it in Disney World and on my next trip to Disney World on my to-do list. As far as eat, the fried pickles at Taste, no, it's not called Taste Pilot.
Smoke jumpers.
Smoke jumpers were pretty good. But no, I ended up eating back at the hotel more than in the parks this trip.
Mike,
sorry, I want to throw something in. Every once in a while, I try some of the different gluten-free stuff around the parks. And before we left on Sunday, I had a gluten-free burger at Smoke Jumpers as well, and it was awesome. And I was like, "This is one of the best burgers I've had at Disneyland in a long time." So
that's awesome. That's a great tip. Fantastic tip. Yeah.
Gideon tried the pink milk.
That's what I wanted to ask Mike. Have you had a chance to try the pink milk, Mike, or is that allowable for you?
Yes, I want to say, first of all, I like the blue milk. I don't really care for the green milk. And I've had blue milk probably half a dozen times. Since pink milk has come out, I've had it 4 times, I think, because this is easily my favorite. It just tastes like bubble gum. But yes, I do like the pink milk.
Which means because it tastes like bubble gum to Gideon and to Ben and Alex, it reminded them of amoxicillin that they would take when they were little. Now, for Gideon, that's not a problem because he always thought, "Oh, this medicine tastes okay." Unfortunately, I think for Alex, it was like, "No, this tastes like medicine." So.
I saw Jeremiah make a face there.
Bubblegum is not a flavor that
Yeah,
I always think of the gum or the toothpaste that tastes like bubblegum. That's just the worst thing in the world.
I love,
but I forgot all about pink milk. I didn't even make it back to Galaxy's Edge this trip. I would have done that.
Yeah,
I didn't either. What is Batuu like these days, Mike? Without Rise of Resistance?
Oh, it was so quiet on Sunday. the combination of Rise being closed and the Super Bowl happening, I tweeted out a photo of it. I think it was the first time ever where I was in there during park hours and I could not see a single guest or cast member or character. Like I was just like there by myself, and Tori was there with me, but it was super empty. I think we talked about this on the podcast, but like I totally get the reasoning why this upcoming change needs to happen in California, because Galaxy's Edge is not heavily trafficked right now.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that update. All right, so we're going to move. Jeremiah, do your segue again.
So MEI Travel books everything, including some great Disney cruise lines. Say, Doobie, is there anything special coming up on the Disney cruise line?
Well, Jeremiah, recently, as in the past couple of days, Disney has announced their 2027 summer itineraries for the entire fleet. So, which the highlight is the Disney Wish, one of their newest ships, for the first time is going to Europe, where they will be doing 3 separate 10-night itineraries, including Croatia, Italy, and Norway. The Wonder and the Magic, they're heading back to Alaska. The Dream, back to Port Canaveral with 3 and 4 night cruises. The Fantasy, also in Port Canaveral, 4 or 5 night, and something I'd really love to try, 10-night Southern Caribbean cruises. Ooh. The Treasure will be doing 7 nights from Port Canaveral. The Destiny, sticking around Fort Lauderdale for 3, 4, 5, and 7 nights. We got our 5-night coming up. I'm so excited. Next summer, we'll also bring back Marvel and Pixar Day at Sea. And as we mentioned before, if you are interested in any of these or any Disney travel at all, mousefantravel.com. mousefantravel.com will really do a great job of taking care of you. There's some really nice Disney cruise specials, not necessarily for next summer, but Disney cruise specials and onboard credit offers and such available right now. They will always make sure you get the best deal that is out there.
Doobie, you didn't rewind properly. If you're going to repeat something, you know you have to. Thank you very much.
Are they the worst? Are they the most overhyped? No.
By the way, members only scream at some point how wrong Doobie's WWE opinions are. But what were you going to say, Jeremiah?
One of the things that I don't drink, so the credit on board, does that work for Apollo, or is that just the drink packages?
It is just a credit to your account, so you can use it for anything at all that would get charged to your account. Absolutely. So I know you, Jeremiah. Merch. You've got some vanity in you. You can use it for the photo package, and then you can go around posing everywhere.
Can you use it for a shave?
Yeah, a shave at the Barbary.
A snooty shave.
Maybe
I'm trying to be my...
Doobie, you did the hot towel shave one time, right?
No, I've never done a shave on a cruise.
Oh, okay.
No.
Was it 2 bits?
If it were, I would, but Doobie got budget. Or lack thereof. Okay, but I do spend money on a cruise. I just spend it on things other than a shave. Disney Adventure, March 9th, right?
10th.
March 10th, so close. Anybody excited for the adventure? Looking forward to that? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of hype every morning when I wake up and the Disney Cruise Line has posted something new for the adventure, I get extra excited and extra stressed about. This ship is massive. There's so many new things. I wish that I could go see this in the airport, but I'm guessing by the time I get there, it won't be around anymore. This giant display.
It is there through May, they said.
Okay, well then hopefully I will get to see that along with the giant fountain in the middle of the airport.
Mm-hmm.
But
every
yes,
30 minutes, Terminal 2, Departure Hall to the end of May.
Every 30 minutes. So I'll have to make sure my timing is correct.
Yes, you will. That is a big ship. That is going to be, whoever is covering that, that's a lot of work.
It's been in the port of Los Angeles, and there's footage out there on socials now of a view like over top. And so it's fun to see kind of what the top deck looks like. I hadn't seen kind of views from above, looking down on it, and it's a big ship.
It's a big ship, kind of a squatty ship, but a big ship. A couple other quick Disney World items, some food events. The Edison at Disney Springs is holding a series of, they're calling it the Shaken and Stirred Cocktail Series. running from March 14th through June 6th. Certain dates in there with different themes for each of them. You got any plans to go to one of those, Jeremiah?
I do not, nor do I have plans for one of the few D23 events that I am going to skip.
The
And that would be
Mexico
the
tour.
Yeah.
Mexico Pavilion Experience, which is a D23 event, as you said, on March 11th. I guess he won't be there.
Well, it's also tasting of cava
yeah.
tequila, and it's a lot of the alcohol. It's, to me, if I was a drinker, it sounds like a really fun event, but not something I would do if I was.
I have a tip. If you're a drinker, everything's a fun event, from what I hear. And Gideon's Bakehouse is doing merchandise because why not? Little backpack charms. All right. Anything else anyone want to mention?
I'm good.
With the DCA 25th stuff, we didn't talk about the Magic Key photo ops, right?
The
no,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
over there
no,
by
we didn't.
Hyperion.
You're right. You're right. Go for
Sorry,
it.
I should have brought that up earlier
Yeah, you're good.
when you shared the
Talk about it now.
itinerary. Let's
Talk about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you're a Magic Key holder at Disneyland Resort, I think it runs through. Is it done now? Maybe it's done. No, I don't remember.
It's not done. It is not done.
It's not done yet. Well, anyway, you go to Disney California Adventure. You go to the Hyperion Theater courtyard, and you show them your Magic Key. I think it starts at 2 p.m. every day right now. And you go back there, and there's 3 different photo ops. One of them is the big opening day map of Disney California Adventure, and either Mickey or Minnie will be posing in front of that with you. They swap out every half an hour, and then they have a big collage of photography from all eras of the park with the letters in front of it, CALIFORNIA, and then there's the usual like Magic Key Disneyland Resort step and repeat thing, but it's cool. And you get magnets. I should have brought the magnets. They're on my fridge. But there's 3 different magnets that you can get. One is Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy. Then there's Avengers Campus, and there's Pixar Pier. 3 complimentary magnets that you get along with that. If you happen to be a Magic
Key running through March 15th. Magic Key holders only. These are here. I'll go. I know this guy. He's a great guy. This is Roger Rodriguez's pictures of the magnets right there, since I could not find them on our site.
Hey, Roger.
So
okay,
yeah,
we definitely have photos.
That's a cool. That's a cool scene. You didn't make it back over there, right, Rebecca?
No, I didn't. I didn't make it over there. I was trying to show it from my screen because I have it over here.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Remove you, add me. There we go. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. Because it was Super Bowl Sunday, I opted for talking heads discussing offenses and defenses. But I thought it was sweet the way that they pulled Mickey in his opening day threads, so you could kind of take a little time travel, little back in time. I even sent Mike a picture that I had from opening day where it proves that this is indeed what Mickey and Minnie look like on opening day. The way they had the queue set up, it was really nice. If you weren't interested in the photo ops, I heard that you could easily kind of just grab your magnets. You weren't necessarily kind of forced through the whole thing.
Yes.
If you weren't inclined to take photos, as our stylish Mike did.
But Mike is always inclined to take photos because if I look like him, I would too. I don't blame him.
And in case,
awesome.
And in case you
I am
forgot
nothing if not photogenic.
And in case you forgot what Sunshine Plaza looked like, that's what it looked like before it became Buena Vista Street, and that is Mickey and Minnie.
Oh my goodness.
Just before opening day. I want to say this may have been taken on the 4th, and it opened a few days later.
There is nothing in this picture, even the ground. There is nothing in this picture that remains except for the actual monorail beam.
Yeah, and I think maybe those are the portions of the Golden Gate that you can still see from the they only they left a small portion of the Golden Gate Bridge still visible on the left side as you're traveling through towards downtown Disney. So
it is something that Main Street USA at Disneyland has remained largely unchanged for 70 years, and this lasted about a decade.
right.
Yep.
Hey, just something. Like famous Imagineer said, he liked it as the parking lot.
Wow. I am definitely, I mean, it's a better park now, clearly, but in general, but I love the original DCA. I would happily take Sunshine Plaza over Buena Vista Street without hesitation.
And Doobie is wrong again.
4 letters, 1 word.
DCA?
So random.
All right. Anybody else got anything else they want to say?
No, I'm good.
4 letters, 1 word.
It's time for qualifying at Daytona 500. So I'm ready to go.
Did you see Raw last night, Jeremiah?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Did you see Javon Evans do the cutter
from
mid-air?
That was amazing.
Wow.
We're now talking
amazing.
WWE.
That guy is a superstar. That was crazy.
Yeah, he's only 21. He is the future of that company.
And he's just got
bouncy.
Brightest smile. Love him so much. So awesome. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this edition of Disney Parks Talk plus WWE. We should return at some point. We got some travel coming up, but whenever we can, we will. So thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Mouse Fan Travel for any Disney trips. Even Nikki B, she knows how good they are. And we'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye.